Hello, and welcome to our lesson on project monitoring and project control. This segment will continue to cover project monitoring. There is systematic reporting on all projects, regardless of their budget or duration. The executing agency submits an annual report on the project's relevance, performance, and likelihood of success. Internally, the project management prepares monitoring reports more frequently, monthly, quarterly, or semi-annually, to meet internal management requirements. Upon completion of a project, the executing agency prepares a terminal report that focuses on the relevance and performance of the project, the likelihood of its success, and the initial lessons learned in terms of best and worst practices. The report also contains recommendations for follow-up actions in appropriate institutions if necessary. There are 4 other ways to monitor. Briefing. Every stakeholder needs to know the objectives and their requirements. Project charts. Gives timing and schedules of the various activities. It identifies whether the project is lagging behind or ahead of time and the problems experienced. Surprise visits. Make everyone involved committed to their tasks. Morning prayers. The project team meets at least once a week and exchanges views on ideas, progress, and problems experienced. And, after that, puts mitigation plans in place. The monitoring tools include Project Breakdown Structure, PBS, involves breaking down the project into a hierarchical structure of its parts. It enables the project officer to identify relationships between the various parts and visualize the sequence in which different tasks should be carried out. Gantt charts provide a graphical representation of the project related to a time frame. Milestone charts are developed from bar charts. Milestones or checkpoints representing key events in time are introduced into the chart. These are used as reference points when reporting on progress with specific activities. Network instruments, CPA and PERT. Participatory monitoring continuously tracks performance against what was planned by collecting and analyzing data on the indicators established for monitoring and evaluation purposes. It provides continuous information on whether progress is being made toward achieving results, outputs, outcomes, and goals through record-keeping and regular reporting systems. Participatory monitoring involves the target group in the collection and assessment of monitoring information, as well as in the discussion of corrective measures. Benefits that result from participatory monitoring include increases the target group's awareness and understanding of development and their ability to control this process. Improves the understanding of the role of the project for the target group. Improves the quality of the monitoring data. The project audit is a tool used in project monitoring to determine whether project activities comply with organizational policies and procedures. In addition to the awareness and implementation of the project management procedures, recognition of the quality of the standards and practices is critical for continued performance improvement. Project audits can be used on both the people and process side by serving 2 significant purposes. Project audits check compliance and ensure that project management processes are being used as they should. Specifically, project audits may be used to revalidate the business feasibility of the project, reassure top management, confirm readiness to move to the next phase of the project, investigate specific problems. To ensure the audit is unbiased, the reviewers are independent, unrelated to, or controlled by the audited party. Several variations of a project audit include gateway audits are conducted at the end of a project phase and before progressing to the next phase. Project audits may be conducted at any time. It takes a given time frame so that sufficient deliverables are available for review. It may be held when a project sponsor seeks an independent assessment of project success. Post-implementation review occurs at the end of a project. The exact time could be from a few weeks to a year, depending on what is to be examined. Some benefits of project audits are identify problems earlier, clarify performance, cost, and schedule relationships, reconfirm the feasibility of commitment to the project, independent evaluation of project management performance. Identification of project management-related risks for new or active projects. Identify future opportunities. Inform the client of the project status or prospects. Specific action plan for each audited project, thereby minimizing future deviations. During project monitoring and control, the following verification activities are appropriate for management. Review periodic reports of the project team to ensure that the project continues to meet business needs. Provide information as needed by the project and authorize the work to proceed if the project is meeting plans and commitments. Participate in formal project reviews, reviewing status and handling action items. Review the business case or cost-benefit analysis as appropriate, regularly to ensure that this project should continue. The Quality Assurance Team, QAT, monitors a project to ensure it has the means to meet its objectives. Project monitoring determines when a deviation from the plan occurs and assesses the impact of that deviation on overall project delivery. The monitoring process aids the Quality Assurance Team identify areas of high risk and possible failure points. After identification, appropriate corrective action is taken to ensure the project's success. The purpose of project monitoring is to detect processes or outputs that deviate from the plan, risks that are identified in the risk analysis by project management, processes that do not effectively address quality assurance in performance or product delivery, areas where costs are not in accordance with the budget. Project monitoring will enable the QAT to identify the following: best practices that can be shared with all agencies, and successful projects that could be used as models for other agencies. The Quality Assurance Team typically employs the following types of monitoring activities: attending user conferences, attending project meetings, attending executive briefings on project status, interviewing the project manager, project team, users, and agency executive management, validating the project management processes, change control process, project tracking, and status reporting mechanisms, visiting the project site to assess project progress, evaluating project expenditures, both staff time and other expenses, and comparing expenditures with projections, consulting with outside entities involved in the project development, such as federal counterparts, other state agencies, user staff, consultants, etc. Meeting with internal audit staff to review the project plans. Analyzing the project development plan. Evaluating agency quality controls for acceptance of project deliverables. Analyzing the post-implementation evaluation review to determine the success of the project. This is the end of this segment of our lesson. In the next segment, we shall discuss project control. This course is presented to you by South Europe College. Thank you for listening and see you in our next segment.